Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. I'm an HR professional and Nigerian immigrant based in Toronto, Canada. If this is your first time here, please use the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell. So when I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. And to my returning guests, you guys are the best. Welcome to another episode of the Guest Who series. I'm so excited, super excited for this one because I have such a cool guest with me. I mean, she's been in Canada for years. Like when I say years, anyway, she will tell you all about it. She's been in Canada for years. She is a professional. She runs a business. She's a cool mom. She's the kind of mom that people like us aspire to be. Those kind of cool moms that their children always want to hang around with. Yeah, that's the kind of person she is. So without further ado, drum roll, please. My guest. Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Faith. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I mean, I was just telling my people now that, you're one of those moms that I'm like, come, I need to be like this when I grow up. Oh my goodness. So yes, it's so lovely to have you on the show all the way from Saskatchewan. I mean, thank God for technology. How would we have done this, right?
Virtual world.
Virtual world. I mean, this is the world that we live in. So it's just perfect. Okay. So, I mean, I have pretty much done the introduction, but I think this is the part where, I'll just start by, asking about, how long you've been in Canada and, what made you decide to live in Canada? Because I know when we're talking, you had lived in maybe some other countries before you moved to Canada. So why Canada specifically?
Okay. So a couple of things come to mind when I look at that. I've been in Canada, like you said, for a couple of years, and I've lived in different places. I've lived in Ontario, where you are right now, in Toronto, and I've also lived in Saskatchewan, but in different cities. And right now, I'm in the capital city of Regina, of Saskatchewan, but in Regina.
Yeah.
And so looking at different countries that I've lived in, I would say Canada will be my first choice. And a couple of things come to mind when I think about that. Education, the warmth, the diversity, they embrace a lot of diversity, career development, immigration opportunities are there. And so it's just been a very exciting move for me, myself, as an individual, because of the exposure I've had, the opportunity I've had to live in different places. And I think that Canada still ranks the top out of all, the places I have lived. I don't know if other people will have other, ideas in their head regarding places they've lived, but I would say that Canada has a lot to give. The health system, I can go on and on about it for days and I will not, end this, but just in a nutshell, opportunities for migration, for people to relocate, opportunities for their children, the healthcare, the educational system, and lots more.
I mean, nicely said, because, I always tell people that, look, Ontario is not the only province in this life. There are so many other provinces. When people want to relocate to Canada, they're like, oh, Ontario. And I'm like, look, there's so many other provinces. I mean, I'm in Ontario and it's a nice place, but hey, there are other provinces as well. And Saskatchewan is one of those. So I guess, let us encourage people to come to Saskatchewan in that sense now. So do you want to tell, just talk a bit about like life in Saskatchewan? So maybe things about maybe the housing, maybe like what are the positives? I'm sure there are also downsides as well. So we might as well just talk about it, maybe in terms of occupations in demand there or things like that, or just career in general. So yeah.
Okay, so good point, because when I look at it, yeah, you're right that it's not only Ontario or Toronto, but that's where a lot of people hear about. People don't hear about the small provinces. People don't hear about Yellowknife, for example. People don't hear about Nunavut, so there's so many other places. But Saskatchewan, I would say, there's so many cities in Saskatchewan. You will not believe it. We can't even go, I was overseeing 15 locations before for one organization, and it was still not. It's huge. Wow. It's just huge. And so going back to your question, life in Saskatchewan. So I'll start with the opportunities in terms of career. And so when I compare other provinces to Saskatchewan, I would say that Saskatchewan has a lot of opportunities in terms of career. There's so many professions, there's so many occupations here, and especially when you look at developing your career, advancements, those kind of things, education-wise and all that. Ontario too has that, but the competition, for example, it's high.
Very steep, yeah.
High over there. So you find out that people are struggling, and you already have like tons of years of experience, but you cannot get into that field. And you're wondering why. It's because this and that and that and that. There's so many when you highlight all the challenges with getting into the profession that you want, it's very challenging in places like Ontario and those kind of places. But Saskatchewan, on the other hand, not that you have to work hard in any ways, that you want to achieve success, right? So I would say that in terms of career, I would always encourage people to explore the occupations in demand in Saskatchewan and also develop themselves. I believe a lot in developing yourself. Every year, don't just sit down and be thinking, okay, what can I do? Even with your hands. There's so many things you can do with your hands. If you want to go to culinary school or something, you can do stuff, by yourself and develop yourself and give yourself a diverse background, and build that and continue to build that. And then you find that eventually time will tell. Yeah. And then whatever you've done will pay off, right? So I believe that career has a lot to do with education. So in Canada, there's a lot of belief around let your education be aligned to your job, right? There's a lot of belief in that area. So I found out that, building that opportunity as well for people, and then just be passionate about whatever you're doing. Be passionate about it and do it, and just focus on it and keep on going and developing yourself and just improving in that area. And you'll see that at the end of it all, you continue to rise. You get into the employment circle, you continue to rise, just be dedicated and be focused, and, just continue to do what you need to do to get out there. In terms of the weather.
That laughter means something.
Yes, it does. So I wasn't prepared at all for that change. Ontario has way, way better weather.
Even this cold that we are inside is way, way better.
You are not. Trust me, there's no there. There's no, you have to come here to feel it. And there's some other places too that is even worse than here. But we are grateful, and I even enjoy it. I don't even like summer anymore. I want it to be, I like it in the fall. It's really nice. It's cold, but it's nice. And then so when I talk about the weather, we get to as bad as -40, -45, especially in February. And then December is beautiful. It's all white. So we always pray. And sometimes we are thinking that, oh my God, it's almost Christmas. We don't have any snow, and we're always praying for that. Right? So wow. Everybody goes out, even us, we go and do snow angel outside. So it's really exciting, and all that. But it was a huge, it was a huge
change, a huge shift.
Yeah, like it was a shock to see, and the kind of cold. You look outside and it's sunny. But get out there, and then you know that this is not sun. This is deceiving. this is really deceiving us. That kind of thing. So it gets really cold, very, very cold, and then when it's summer too, it gets really, really hot.
Wow. Yeah. So it's on extremes.
Yes. So it's on extremes, definitely on extremes. But other than that, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's a very warm environment to be community focused. It's right now when I go out, I feel safe, right? Okay. When my kids go out there, I'm okay because I know they're okay. But in Ontario, it's a bit different when I look at that, because I'm not saying Ontario is not safe. I'm not saying this. There are certain areas. You live in certain areas, right? So all you need to do, if you're moving or whatever, is do your research Ask questions. Never be afraid of asking questions. You can never go wrong with asking questions. Knowledge is power. You have that information, and then you can make informed decisions about things that you need to do, right? So in terms of the weather, I love it here. When you look at places like BC, it rains a lot.
Yeah.
And then if you want to step out, it's raining. If you want to do this, it's you don't really, so yeah, but people are used to it, right? And all those things, yeah. So again, we get used to where we are and where we're living, right? And all those kind of things. But other than that, I'll be happy to welcome people to Saskatchewan. It's lovely, it's beautiful, it's family oriented, if I can say that. And very community focused. There's so much support.
Right. And that's very important.
Yeah, there's so much support. And then, so there's so much to give, in Saskatchewan. So I won't dwell on much, housing and cost that I think you asked about housing and cost.
Yes, because people might be interested in knowing.
Okay. Yeah. So housing, I believe, is reasonable. Buying houses is nothing compared to Ontario right now. Yes, the market is going up, but it's for the better good, right? And so we're talking about houses that are rentals are also reasonable. Buying is also, within range. Nothing compared to places like BC and Ontario. You can't compare it. And all that stuff. Yeah. So that's it for housing. And then families differ. They all differ in their needs, right? Yep. So it depends. Some people will say, "Oh, I'm okay with this kind of house. I'm okay." So it really depends, right? And what you're looking for and all that stuff. But other than that, we have a lot of builders. We have a lot of rentals. We have, it's expanding. There's so much growth. There's so much growth going on. There's so much growth. It's unbelievable. It's amazing to see. Every time I step out, there's another new family in here. Oh, we just came yesterday. Oh, we just landed last year. Oh, we just, so it's so exciting to see people, and they're not just Nigerians. We're talking about, Caribbeans, it's
different.
Sudan, Zambia, it's all over the place, right? So it's not just Nigerians at all, so that is exciting to see Blacks coming into the community, and it's not just about us, it's about us being able to form that community, service to be able to support each other. So, So also for the eyebrow areas and the low brow areas, let me see. What can I say about that? East end of Regina, where I live right now, will be one of the places where you call the eyebrow areas. When you're looking at the south, that's where the university is based, so it's average. And then when you look at the northern side, then you say probably and the reason why I classify them like that is because of property taxes. So when you look at those places, okay, this place, their property taxes are low and all that. So that's how I categorize them as what they are. So for the pros, that is the good side now. The good side of it, family life for sure. You have different activities. The support system is there. So I completed my master's a couple of years ago at the University of Regina here, and I had so much support. For the kids, it was they were so friendly, even classes, they would say, oh, bring your kids to class,
Oh, wow.
So it was really like that, but not all lecturers were like that, but a few were very, like, oh, okay, and they're sitting outside playing games, those kind of things. So, and then you ask for help, people are ready to support you to, babysit. And then by the time you make one call, somebody saying, oh, there's a woman that is, organizing daycare, so there's so much support, there's so much support. And then daycares, in your neighborhood, all you need to do is to ask questions, ask the questions, and you get the help that you need in terms of what sports was wonderful. So when my kids were younger, I put them in even though I was working and I was going to school, I put them in different sports. They were swimming, they were doing hockey, they were doing soccer, they were doing it all. Wow. And we had the time to do all that. Because
yeah.
The good thing about it that I'm excited about is traffic. No traffic.
Yay!
So no traffic. So I can have an appointment now in the next 20 minutes and I'm already there. But the only days that we have those kind of things are when you go on the highway and then the train is passing. Then you're stuck. But other than that, you're good. 20 minutes around the city, you're good. Or max 30 minutes. So that is good. I've already talked about the bad side of it, the weather.
The weather.
But you just need to stay warm, buy the right stuff, So
layer up.
Layer up, and then for our boots, you need to actually check the tag inside the boots. They actually rate them. I didn't know that before. So if you go, you check the tag and all that, and then you see in there -40, -30, -20.
It's appropriate.
Exactly. But in Ontario, you just buy it off. That's Who cares about -20 or -10 in Ontario? You're checking for the boots. What is inside, or you're checking your thermal socks to see. Is it -20 or -10? No, you don't want to do that. But here you want to do that because there's no point buying it and then you're layering up like 10 times. It's better you buy the appropriate thing and then you're good to go. So I think I covered it all.
You've pretty much covered the whole thing. I don't think there's anything else to ask. But I mean, honestly, with everything that you've said now, Saskatchewan looks like a very nice place. And I think I will encourage folks, especially, the ones that really like this whole family-oriented environment. I mean, please, guys, consider Saskatchewan because really, sometimes if you're the type that, you want your kids to grow in a very sane environment, you like support, especially if your kids are young, like all the things that she mentioned, playing hockey, swimming, those ones, you might not be able to have that time in another place, but Saskatchewan for sure. And I think one of the things that you mentioned, which is key when you were talking about the career space, for example, was, developing yourself. I'm a firm believer of that as well. I believe in developing yourself. And like you said, not just even in your white collar area, like think of other things to do. Honestly, that culinary school that you mentioned, maybe I will go and register. Maybe I'll register so I can be cooking some kind of, some delicacies. But anyway, on a more serious note, I definitely think that it's something that everyone must do. Don't ever get to that place where you're comfortable. You're like, oh, I've arrived. And, I'm in a good job. My husband is fine. My kids are good. You always need to develop yourself. So I think that's very key. So I think, just to, of course, there's so many people who are looking to relocate to Saskatchewan, right? So in terms of just, general advice for them, especially maybe those coming with like kids and stuff, although you've already kind of touched on it, but, maybe just general advice for folks coming into Saskatchewan, if you have any thing to say to them, that would help.
Like I said, I love to share the experience, the knowledge, and all that, and empower people to build their capacity as well. So when it comes to relocating, right, then you have to do a lot of research. Apart from that, some people already know people in some province, right?
Right.
So they'll be fine with just going there, right? But if you don't know, like I came and I didn't know anything, right? I didn't know anything. So there's so many things I wish I'd known. Like, I came as a student at first, and, I didn't know that students were not able to work immediately, so many things like that. I didn't know that, I had to do this to get this, so there were so many things different from other countries, which is what is expected, but it's just that when you know, then you're prepared. But if you do not know, then you're struggling, right? And then you make mistakes before you get to the right path, right? So when it comes to children, depending on the age of the children, we need to be sure that you probably are engaging, depending on the province, you're engaging with like people like Open Door Society or newcomer, immigrant society, those kind of things. And those people actually help to do assessment for the kids prior to let them have a good feel of where they're going. When we have a lot of school systems, we have the private, we have the Catholic, we have the public schools. So you want to know, and then requirements for Catholic schools is that you're Catholic or your one of the parents is Catholic, and then your baptismal certificate or your confirmation certificate or something like that, depending on the province. Everything depends on some right now maybe they don't require it, or maybe they still do, but that was a while back for us. So so those kind of things. And if the child is coming to the university, you just need to research, what you're looking for. Is it international fees? Is it home fees? Is it so many things like that? The healthcare system, having your GP, your family GP, those kind of things when you come in. The childcare, there's private, and then there's a public one that is registered, and then you want to go, but you just have to wait on there's a wait list for those kind of things, for the federal government or the provincial government ones, or the territorial ones. So you want to be on the wait list and all those kind of things, and then eventually So I have a neighbor who had a kid about a year ago, but they had to go on the wait list, right? So those kind of things, and then you can go private as well. Right? Go private. What other good stuff for relocating at all? Just do your research in terms of your career, and it's not a bed of roses, like so you have to, do the work. Do your own research as well. Don't rely on somebody else's experience. Do your own research. You want to live your own experience as well, right? Experience it. Experience the joy that comes with it, the challenges that comes with it too. So nobody was going to tell you right here that, it's perfect. There's no risk. There's no, there is. There are strengths, there are opportunities there that, there are risks there. There's so many things that you need to really think about, and most importantly is you being able to adapt. The culture that we're coming with in the workplace is different from here. There's a lot of team-oriented, work-associated stuff here that you need to be conscious of. So you cannot work in isolation. You can, there's so many things you want to pick up, but it's with time. It's with time. And that's why I encourage a lot of people, when it comes to your profession, maybe you have an association, you have a mentor, and those kind of things, and then body up with people, and then, ask questions. There's never be afraid of asking questions, because knowledge is power.
You've kind of said it all, really. Do your research. Some people are very, sometimes I do get a couple of questions every now and again. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy when you ask me questions. But then again, sometimes you're like, but this thing, you could have actually checked, just check online, because some of these things are actually there. It's just about you. But I understand the you want someone to do that work for you, which is fine. But then again, like you said, sometimes you have to just, do your own research and really embrace the entire process. So the good, the bad, whatever it is that comes along the way, just embrace the whole thing, everything all joined together. So, that sort of thing. So I think, you've pretty much covered a lot of things. I feel like, I should spend the whole day with you so that you can give us everything that you have, especially because, you have a lot of experience, being here for years and, raising kids who are already teenagers, all of that. So you have, that wealth of experience. But thank you for dropping the little that you've been able to drop, but the little and very impactful ones that you've been able to drop in this short time that we have. So I think one of the things that I must mention, guys, so just in case I didn't say it at the beginning, Maureen is actually a business, she runs a consulting services firm, an immigration consulting firm. I think it's called Havilah Immigration Consulting, right? Did I get it right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's, all your questions about immigration. I know people that have always been in my DM and in my, in my comment section. This is the opportunity now. So I'm going to hand it over to Maureen. But just to mention that we're planning another session, and that one we'll try to do it like the plan for now is that we'll try to do it live so that you guys can come online and ask questions. ask all your questions. You drop it in the chat so that Maureen will be there to attend to it. She's a pro. So like any question you have, like she can, she'll be she'll be able to answer it. So that is the plan for that's what we intend to do. So yeah, Maureen, just in terms of how they can contact you and like maybe your Instagram handles or if their email addresses. So maybe I'll just hand it over to you for now.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Faith. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Havilah. So I'm a licensed immigration consultant for Canada, and it's one of the added privileges of being able to explore other opportunities to help people. So having said that, you can follow us on Instagram. Instagram handle is Havilah Immigration, just straight up like that. And then you can also follow us on Facebook as well. But the full name of the business is Havilah Immigration Consulting Services, Inc. And also, if you want to reach out by WhatsApp, also that will be excellent. It's 306-522-1315 for WhatsApp only. And also, you can also reach out by email at consult@havilahimmigrationcanada.com. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, guys. Everything she has said now, I'm going to link in the description box. Okay, so don't worry about pausing this video and say, oh, let me write down the number very quickly. Don't worry. The number, everything, the Instagram handle, all of that, I'm going to link in the description box. So just check out the description box and everything will be there. So Maureen, oh my God, I don't want to let you go. I really don't, like from the bottom of my heart. But then again, I'm conscious of the time and I want, I don't want to, of course, the video had to be long. There was no way around it. But I think that, you have done justice to, living in Saskatchewan. And I'm sure there are many people who are probably rethinking their decision now. Maybe they wanted to come to another province before they be like, Saskatchewan. Oh yeah, let's go there.
Let's go there. Exactly.
So thank you so much. This was really fun for me. So, maybe you can say your goodbye and then I can wrap it up from here.
Awesome. So thanks everyone for the opportunity to say a few words to you regarding coming to Canada. It's exciting. You can't go wrong with coming to Canada. I've lived in different countries and I must tell you, Canada is the it.
Is the bomb.
That's it. So have a great time, everyone. Yeah, and enjoy the rest of the second half of the year.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Maureen. So guys, you know what to do. Leave me a thumbs up and leave Maureen. In fact, give Maureen like 100 thumbs ups because, she has just done justice to this job and to this particular conversation. So guys, watch out for more videos coming up. My next guest, of course, I will unveil during the session. So a lot of videos are coming your way. So guys, remember to hit the like button. Remember to also share this video. I think it's very important. Maureen has done justice to the conversation. And I think that guys who are interested in relocating to Saskatchewan would appreciate this video. So please, guys, share it on all platforms and just copy the link and share. So I guess from me, you know how we roll in this place. We will see you. Well, not me. I will see you. But Maureen will also still see you because we are having that live session. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye, Maureen. Thank you.